Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to any new viewers. This is a reading for Scorpio, my beautiful Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising viewers. This is your mid-month kind of check-in or update for November 2022. So Scorpio, I want to have a look at what's going on with you guys at the moment, your current energy of the person, people, situations surrounding you or that you may be dealing with for the rest of the month, and the overall outcome of those situations as well. Also going to look at any potential challenges that you may be facing, any, words of advice, wisdom, any other messages that need to come through for you guys in today's reading. Now, of course, if you like the reading, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And of course, feel free to check out your other placements too. So feel free to check out like your other signs, or if you know your chart and you know that there's a particular sign that features strongly, of course feel free to check out that sign as well. But so far we have some very pretty impressive strong cards coming out for you, so I'm really loving what I'm seeing so far. Definitely something pretty incredible here. Get a couple more for this main spread. Oops. Lots of major arcana so far. In fact, every single card has been a major arcana card. So let's have a look. Interesting. We do have the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'll just leave that there. We have the 10 of Air. Lots of 10s. Lots of 10s. Okay, so this is really, we've got 3 10s appearing. We've got the World. This is really about a turning point for you at the moment. It's really a big change that's coming up. I just want to get one more from the Moonology deck as well. So it usually leaves off with a nice message to round things out and tie everything together. Let's just pull one more and we'll get right into it. Clear message, please. Clear message. It's not wanting to talk to me today. Come on. What else does Scorpio need to hear? There we go. Well, we've got a couple that flipped out. So we've got first quarter moon in Virgo, both Virgo energy, first quarter moon and full moon. Assess the situation and then take inspired action. So very, very clear messages there. Okay, Scorpio, we have Magician energy, 10 of Pentacles. I would say you are really turning a situation around. It's pretty impressive. Whatever you're thinking about at the moment, whatever choices you're making, whatever decisions you're making, it's really to lead to this amazing 10 of Pentacles. Because it's Pentacles energy, of course, we can't help but thinking about Pentacles, money, investments, savings, work, career, that kind of thing. This is also really about long-term stability too, intergenerational wealth. So really your wealth is increasing, and I can see that happening through a couple of different avenues. I can see it happening potentially through your own work, your own efforts, to the actual like salaried, job that you do and that you get paid for. I can also see it happening potentially through investments or through family wealth, so someone helping you out, bit of inheritance, who knows. There's kind of multiple areas I feel where that's happening. With the Magician energy, I feel like a lot of it is led by you. You have become very clear on what you want for the future and you're taking the steps towards that, and the future is looking very bright. Some of you may have manifested this in, some of you may have manifested in literally a new career opportunity where you have the ability to make so much more money, just as an example. Or again, you've brought something in, an opportunity to make an investment in something that is going to pay off long term. Sometimes we can see again, family business, family stepping in to help out somehow. Whatever it is, This is looking really, really good, and you have played a very significant role in it. And that's why I feel like for many of you, it will have to do with your actual work. Now, and I am seeing also the fact that the 10 of Wands has appeared here. There was a situation, I feel, which you've really turned around to work for you in your favor, instead of feeling like a burden, feeling like you're responsible for too many things. In the past, something may have been very, very overwhelming for you, very tiring, very all-consuming. You didn't have a lot of time for anything else in your life. You've realized how to get more balance and how to now turn that around into something very, very positive for yourself. Yeah, lots of Wands energy, lots of action here. I am really feeling as though you've turned a corner with this, right? You've figured out what you need to do to make this work for you instead of you working for it, if that makes sense. Energy around you, we've got a couple of major arcana cards here. We've got the World, we've got the Hermit. Very, very interesting. So big shifts, big changes, big turning points. So I will pull some clarifying cards here in a moment, but for some of you, it's going to be a huge shift in your overall direction, in your career, in, again, the way you make money, your vision for the future and your future stability. It's like it's done a complete turnaround. You've ended one chapter, you've started a new chapter here. Interesting with the Hermit energy there. This is a card that's very about spirituality, going deeper within to find the answers, to find what works for you. And even though the Hermit is a very kind of inward facing card, not a card of like big action, I think there is a lot of action happening here, because we have the Magician and we have you wanting to now put into place the things that you've realized are important to you. So there may have been a big shift in your values as well, right? Now with the Judgment card and the Page of Pentacles, this is very interesting. So there may be someone in your life, potentially another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who is actually needing to come through, and you may be getting a little bit of an apology, you may be getting a bit of an emotional communication from this person, and it's happening because I do feel you've made a decision. You will be making a judgment on a situation, and it could be that something is coming to an end in order to let something new into your life. That could be the case. It could be that someone has potentially taken a little bit of advantage of you, and now you're standing up for yourself a little bit more and you're being a bit more directive, and someone else is going to come around and say, okay, I admit that, you know, what I did was wrong, and please accept this token of, you know, my apology for that, or whatever the case may be. But there is something that needs to go in order to pave way for what is coming into you. I'm going to pull a few clarifying cards so we can just get some more information on the situation. Whenever Major Arcana comes out, it is very, we can see that it's a very important theme in your life at the moment, but we can also see that again, sometimes it could be affecting multiple areas of your life. So just want to get some more clarity on that here. Okay, you'll notice that all four tens have now made an appearance in this reading. So we've got the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. I do feel that you are stepping away from someone, maybe a particular relationship that was not, it was not bringing you the happiness and the abundance that you felt that you deserved and you do deserve. Really letting that go. Some of you could also be, again, letting go of a career, letting go or having a change, because what you were doing before it was almost like you were slaving away and you were not getting your just rewards. You were not being rewarded for the efforts you were putting in. And it just felt like you were just stuck in this situation. You were stuck in a rut and you had to change. So I really think it's a dual message here. I think there's something is improving in terms of your career and your work, and something is also improving in terms of your personal relationships, romantic relationships. It's going through a big shift. And some of you are really going back to basics as well. It's like sometimes when you take too much on, you think, okay, I've forgotten what is actually important to me. I've forgotten the things that, or to do the things that actually make me happy, even if they're small things. There's a bit of nostalgia here as well. There's a bit of thinking about the past, thinking about a time when maybe you were happier or things were a little bit easier. It's like, what was the secret ingredient there? How do I go back to that? I think that there will be something to say. So if you're leaving behind a career or a job, there'll be a lot of opinions about that. There'll be a lot of opinions about what are you doing. I don't think everyone's going to understand, but that's okay. They don't need to understand. This needs to work for you, right? Opinions are just opinions. No one can see the full picture, I feel. Only you can see the full picture. And you can see it because it's affecting you and you've gone deep within to figure out what it is that you want moving forward. You haven't asked anyone else about what you should do. You've been able to figure that out for yourself. So it will be a little bit confusing for some people, or even if it's not confusing, they might just have an opinion about what you're doing, and that's okay. They're entitled to their opinion. That's fine. You don't need to take that on board. I'm not seeing any sort of major issues there, but I will be interested to see what that 10 of Swords is about. I am also thinking that you're thinking a lot more clearly now. Interestingly, you're thinking a lot more clearly. For some of you, there were too many options as well. You felt a little bit overwhelmed by too many options in the past. That will have changed, or is going to change very soon, and you're going to get a lot more clarity. So this could be multiple options in terms of a romantic relationship. And again, multiple options in terms of where your career or work direction is going. You've been able to really get clear on what it is that you want. Okay, let's see what some of these other messages are about here. More major arcana. Okay. Yeah, I really see that you're being very directive. So you're telling someone really what it is that you want now. Perhaps you weren't in the past. Perhaps you weren't telling them. This may come in as a little bit of a surprise. Some of you may be communicating about your feelings for someone, true feelings. Someone may be communicating them for you. Someone is going to potentially, like if you finally tell someone, I'm not putting up with that anymore, for example. It's like they come through and say, okay, things will change. And you'll actually see a much softer side of a person as well. It's very interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. The King and the Queen now. Yeah, I do see. It may be too little too late, I have to say. So if you may have already decided enough's enough and you're done with that person, and it may be too little too late, even if they come through with a very, very solid apology and they do actually want to change. You may be thinking, no, I'm done. I need to cut that out. So I see you cutting someone out. I see you potentially just completely moving forward with a clean slate. Again, it could be, I really get the sense that if you've moved on from like a career as well or a job, I get the sense that you've not cut not burn bridges or like completely cut someone out, but I feel like you're done. Like you don't need to keep communicating with like your old boss or your old like co-workers. It's like fresh new start. Yeah, really it's all about a fresh new start. And once again, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So fresh new start, it's going to take you onto a path that is going to be very, very rewarding financially. So sometimes a clean break, a clean slate is needed. Are some of you potentially doing something on your own? I see a bit of juggling, and I see potentially a creative project here, or like a side hustle or something that makes you a little bit of money on the side too. And you're kind of juggling a couple of different things. Perhaps spreading out your resources a little bit more as well, making investments, working like a salary job, also working on a business. There's a couple different things going on. It's all leading to that ultimate success, because you've got that as a vision. You've got the 10 of Pentacles there in your mind as what you're working towards, and you will achieve it. You will. I also feel like you are getting more comfortable in this role of making these types of decisions. I don't know if perhaps someone else was just holding you back, or holding you back because it was too much of an emotional situation. Whatever the case was with that person or group of people, you've cut it out for a reason. So big changes here. Yeah, you're going to flourish now. You really are going to flourish. I see that. I see that you've let go of some of the dead weight. You know, sometimes we have people in our lives, and this is not even, this can be in multiple areas. We have people in our lives that we think initially they're helping us, and they're not. We think they are opening up possibilities for us, and they're not. They're actually holding us back. And it's like a big, big change in perspective I really feel that you've had. Excuse me. And you've come to that realization. And now it's like, I'm really happy you've made this change. If this is resonating, if you guys are making these kinds of big changes, I'm really happy you're doing so, because it's opening up a world that wouldn't have existed otherwise for you. So I'm very pleased with that. Assess the situation, take action. This is kind of the motto. This is what you've been doing, or will be doing very soon if you've been thinking about it. You've assessed the situation, you've looked at it, and I feel like honestly some of you may have stayed in it for too long, and it became a case of, I'm just stuck now. But you weren't stuck. You were able to take the action that you need to. And if you haven't already, this is the message here in the cards, is to do so. Because something is culminating, something is coming to fruition, and there's a big chance here that I feel like you will feel compelled to take. I'm going to leave it there. Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all in the next video.